Good morning, students. Today our class is Social Science and we will continue unit number 3 Mughal Empire from Rana Sangram Singh. Rana Sangram Singh of Mewar was a contemporary of Babur. He is also known as Rana Sangha. He was heroic and adventurous. He won many of battles. However, he was defeated in the Battle of Kanwa against Babur and his empire was reducing to nothing. Maharana Pratap. Maharana Pratap was the majestic ruler of Mewar who fought against Akbar of the Mughal Empire. As Akbar attacked Mewar, the Battle of Haldigati took place between Akbar and Maharana Pratap. Akbar was victorious, but Maharana Pratap established his power in the adjoining areas of Udaipur. So the struggle continued. There were several attempts for pacification, but Rana was not ready to leave Chittor. He continued the guerrilla warfare. After the defeat of Haldigati in 1576 AD, Rana Pratap took the capital of Gonda, Gogunda and continued fighting till the end. Later on, he made Chawant and Dungarpur as his capital. He died at the age of 51. Veer Durgadas Rathod. Durgadas Rathod was the son of Aksharan Rathod, the minister of Jaswant Singh, the ruler of Mewar. He is compared to Rana Pratap. He did not accept the dominance of Aurangzeb during his reign. Chhatrapati Shivaji. Chhatrapati Shivaji, one of the greatest king of India, was the founder of the Maratha state. He was born in 1627 AD in Shivaneri. Shivaji, the son of Jijabai and Shahji, was greatly influenced by his guru Samarth Ramdas and Dadaji Kondadev. He conquered more than 40 forts to expand the great Maratha kingdom from a small estate. He fought with the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb and Adil Shah of Bijapur Sultanate for a long time and finally achieved victory. After the defeat, he signed treaty with the Mughal Emperor in 1665 AD. Aurangzeb even inspired him even imprisoned him. I'm sorry, Aurangzeb even imprisoned him, but he escaped cleverly and fought back and won. He was coronated in 1674 AD at Rajgarh and rose to prominence as a Hindu emperor. In addition to being a great conqueror, he was also an efficient administrator and a great organizer. His cabinet was known as Astha Pradhan Mandal. He died in 1680 AD. Mughal administration. The Mughal administration was systematically established by Akbar. In it, the emperor was the center of the rule and head of the council of ministers. He was supreme commander and judge. A wazir was appointed to coordinate between the emperor and administration. He was called Diwan-e-Wazir-e-Kul and was also the head of finance and the revenue system. The head of the army was called Mirbaksh. He recruited the army and its officers. He supervised the intelligence system. The species of Mongol Empire were known as Vakinivas. There was a department called Mir Saman to look after personal needs of the empire. He was also head of government factories. The head of the judiciary was Qazi. Revenue system. Akbar introduced a new revenue system in India which was known as Mansabdari system. The revenue rate was one third of the annual produce. The founder of Akbar's revenue system was Todarmal. Mansabdari system was synced with army as well as the revenue department. Mansab means Jagir and Mansabdar was considered as the chief of the Jagir. He collected revenue from the Jagir and maintained law and order in the area. For this, he was given army according to the Jagir. He was considered as the chief justice of the area and was transferred at regular intervals. The Mughal Mansabdari system was unique in the world and was highest paid in the world. Culture during the Mughal age. Indian culture flourished during the Mughal period. Hindu and Muslim culture mingled with each other. It is also known as Ganga Jamuna culture. The Mughal established many fort places, gates, mosques, and gardens. Babar set up gardens in Agra and Lahore. Sher Shah built a tomb at Sasaram and mosque at Delhi. Akbar built the fort of Agra and made unique construction at Fatehpur Sikri, 36 kilometers from Agra. These include Buland Darwaja, Salim Chishti Dargah, mosques, and Panchamal built in memory of the victory over Gujarat. The use of marble increased in construction during the time of Jahangir. The time of Shah Jahan is considered to be the golden age of architecture of the Mughal Empire. He built Taj Mahal and the Moti Masjid in Agra as well as the famous Red Fort in Delhi. Aurangzeb built a tomb of Rabi Ruth Dauran or Bibi Ka Maqbara, which bears a striking resemblance to the Taj Mahal in Aurangabad in the memory of his wife. Painting. Mughal paintings were world famous. It highly progressed in the time of Jahangir. The Mughal emperors used to invite the best painting in Delhi. During Akbar's time, there were great painters named Jaswant and Vasavan. They painted beautiful pictures in Persian stories, books of translations of Mahabharata and Akbarnama. Jahangir's painter named Mansur was world famous. Jahangir established a school of painting. During this period of painting progressed in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, and southern state. Literature. The Mughal Empire were the patrons of literature. They were good writers. During that period, extensive literature was created in Persian, Arabic, Hindi, and other Indian languages. Abul Fazl was has written Abul Fazl has written biography of Akbar, namely Akbarnama. He translated the Mahabharata. A lot of literature based on the life of Lord Krishna was written in Indian languages. Eknath, Gyaneshwar, and Swami Ramdas composed devotional literature in Marathi. Music. Akbar was a connoisseur of music. The great musical singer Tansen was one of his Navaratnas. He created various ragas. Decline. The Mughal Empire, which established in 1526, was on the brink of collapse after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 AD. India was divided into small states in the absence of a powerful ruler. These include the weak rulers of Mughal dynasty, Nizam of Hyderabad, the Nawabs of Bengal and Bihar, and Rajput states of Rajasthan, the Marathas, the Sikh state of Punjab, etc. These states used to fight with one another, and as a result, they became weak. Under such circumstances, trading companies from Europe started dreaming of establishing rule over India. So here your Mughal Empire is completed. I hope you will understand everything and read 3 times. Okay, see you in next class. Thank you.